ulterior motives, and we hear, if I'm a good person, God will reward me, or if somebody is bad, God will punish them. And so we go through life in that way. Like, if I'm nice to somebody else, they're going to be nice to me. Or if I do good, people are going to love me more, or whatever it might be. But you're coming into this realization where you're learning to love unconditionally. You're learning to love in the way that the higher being meant for us to love. So when you're doing something kind, or you're giving somebody a gift, or you're giving somebody your time, you're doing it because it comes from your heart to do for that person, not because you think that person is going to love you back, and not because you think that that person is going to give you something. Okay? Now, this goes in two ways. Some of us give and give and give and give and give because we want so much to express our love, but then we end up with people that take advantage of us. They use us, they lie to us, they see we have a good heart. So that's going to come into balance as well, right? You're going to have this perfect balance where you're going to be able to love unconditionally. You're going to be able to do kind things for others, but you're also going to know where to draw the line and where to say enough is enough. You know, for example, if you saw a homeless person on the street and you felt bad for them and you knew that they needed money, right? You might go and give them what you can to help them, but you're not going to give them whatever your rent money is. You're not going to give them the money that you had for your kids' shoes to go to school, or for the groceries for your family for the week, because your family needs that money. You need that money, right? You're not going to give to that extreme. You'll give what you can because you want to help. You know that person's not going to pay you back. You know they can't pay you back. You know you're not going to get anything out of, helping that homeless person with some money. You're just doing it because you want to do it, because you care for another human being. But you're not going to go to that extreme to where you're going to put yourself in a situation of being homeless, or you're going to put your family or your children in the situation of being homeless because you want to help somebody else. So you're learning that balance of what it means to give, what it means to love. You're learning to do it in a balanced and healthy way, because some of you are one extreme or another extreme. You're not different for different ones of you, but you're coming into that balance of what it is to give and what it is to do good. You're understanding love in that way. Next, we have mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanity and her divinity. Okay, so a lot of you are connecting with the feminine energy. Whether you are a female, you are connecting with your own connection with your mother, and some of you are going through healing. Okay, some of you have things with your mother that need to be healed. Some of you have an intense longing for your mother, especially if your mother is passed on. But some of you are receiving guidance from the angelic realm in that way, which is bringing you into your own personal maternal energies, okay? Some of you don't have children, and you have a very deep longing for children, and you're being given opportunities by the universe to express that maternal energy in other ways, okay? Some of you are reaching out and helping children. Some of you might be doing things like teaching. Some of you might be creating things for kids to help children in the world in some way, and some of you are just simply coming into that deep loving heart of loving other people. Some of you, it might sound silly, but some of you are coming into that mothering energy for your friends and family, okay? But this is a way in which you are bringing about healing. I can tell you that right now. You might not be a traditional, like metaphysically viewed energy healer, where you're doing like Reiki or quantum touch or Qigong or whatever it is. You're not like doing some kind of energy healing on people where you're laying them on a table and you have the singing bowls and the incense and, doing the breathing techniques, but you're bringing healing by giving people that love, that pure love. When you have a healthy relationship with a mother, there's nothing like a mother's love. And so a lot of you are connecting with that, and you're feeling that through spirit, and you're becoming a channel for that type of love, and you're bringing that kind of love into humanity. And believe me, it's a very positive domino effect. It's making a difference. For a lot of you, just by being in that loving energy, you're making a difference to the people in the lives around you, because you're raising the vibration. You're like this beautiful little air purifier where you're circulating this air, and you're cleansing it, and you're bringing the people around you into a higher vibration, okay? Because love is the greatest healing power that there is. All of these things that we have, these negative behaviors, and people who are maybe a little bit toxic, it comes from having a lack of love at some point in their life. So you're bringing in this ultimate sense of healing. Speaking of healing, your next card is health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. You're this little air purifier, my darling. You're bringing about this positive change and this positive energy for many other people through your connection with the higher power. Some of you are going to be leading in a religious way, okay? Some of you are going to be taking the corruption and the hypocrisy out of traditional religion. So some of you are being called to ministry, and some of you are doing things like prayer circles. Maybe some of you are starting some kind of like prayer group, or Bible study group, or Quran study group, or whatever the holy book is of your religion. You might be starting some kind of study group in your home. You may be doing some kind of grassroots thing where you're bringing people together to pray and to heal in like a spiritual way and an emotional way, with that loving energy that is within you. You are giving people a sense of home, and you are giving people a sense of belonging, and you're helping others to connect in spirit, and you're bringing in this positive energy and being a channel to allow God to work through you to perform miracles. So you might not be, performing miracles in the way that, the Bible says Jesus turned water into wine, or Jesus walked on water, or Jesus rose the dead back to life. You might not be doing miracles that extreme, and you might not be like, I'm sorry to say this, I don't mean to sound judgmental, but those crazy people who like pick up snakes in the church and dance with the snakes because they say that if the snake bites them, they can heal themselves with, God's power. That's a little dangerous, and people have died doing that. You're not going to be doing anything that crazy, or like, like proving your power in that way, but you're being a channel and a vessel for healing to move through you. Your next card here is quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. So this is where you are in your spiritual connection. You are connecting with your higher power. You are beginning to directly receive information from your higher power. Your higher power is speaking to your heart and is calling to you. So you need to get away from the distraction of media. You need to get away from the distraction of people that have been putting things in your head. Even if it's people who have been teaching you what to believe spiritually from a young age. Some of you are searching, like I said, you're studying different religions, or you're looking at churches and things like that, or attending churches, but the higher power is saying you're going to understand the meaning by just sitting in that quiet place in your home and just listening for what the higher power is going to say to you. The higher power is already calling to you, right? And as people, we're always making the mistake of looking for somebody to lead us. We're always looking for somebody to put on a pedestal above us, to say, you're so wise and you're so smart, and tell us and teach us. But really, you have the ability to connect. We all do. And you're beginning to wake up to this. You're beginning to see this, and you're beginning to come into that connection with the higher power. You're beginning to come into that connection and the understanding and the knowing that you are receiving guidance. You just need to listen, okay? You just need to listen to what is being said in your heart and what you're being guided. And you're establishing this beautiful, wonderful connection personally, a personal connection. Okay, my darlings, I thank you so very much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. I think, oh gosh, I don't want to say your name incorrectly. This is, I want to say Bhavishma. I read it earlier when I started the video, but I want to thank Bhavishma Raikat for suggesting this video. This was a suggestion that they posted, and they said, hey, I would love for you to do a pick a card on where I am in my spiritual path. I hope this was helpful. You guys can comment and let me know what other pick a card subjects you'd like to see, or instructional videos or meditations, because I'm going to start doing those as well. And I thank you guys very, very much for being here and for allowing me to be part of your journey. Love and light.